Lovin' Randy here playing Farming Simulator 22, and welcome back to the Upper Mississippi River Valley. Since last episode, finished up the soybean harvest here, just taking the header out of the field, trying to keep it on the trailer here if we can. Going up over those windrows is just a little bit bouncy here, and trying to make the turn. Oh yeah, we got it. Excellent. Okay. Already got the combine out of the field of it, and actually brought it back down to our farmyard, or what I'm calling the farmyard area, our storage area essentially here, down by the silos. I've got the corn head on it. We're ready to head out to the cornfield here this episode. Get started on the corn harvest. Also in between episodes, went ahead and raked up the soybean straw that was on the field there, so we're ready to start baling that here this episode. Kind of curious to see how that's going to turn out, and see how much it's worth here as well. I don't know how much that, if it's not worth a whole lot, I might just maybe put it into the pigs there and just make some manure that way, I guess, maybe, or what. I'm not entirely sure what the straw at the pigs is good for. Again, they don't seem to need it for, like, as far as their health goes. I thought it was maybe for manure, but based on the comments here, some people say it is, some people say it's not. So I don't know if that's just a map thing here with this particular map, or, yeah, no idea. No idea. Speaking of the pigs, by the way, I should probably look at feeding them here as well. They weren't particularly starving, but they definitely could use some food here at some point as well. Anyway, let's see, the rake. You know what? I'm just going to leave the rake there. That's why I left that there. And then the soybeans. Yep, still have the soybeans in the truck here. Only 2,000 bushels of soybeans off this field. That is it. Come to think of 2,000 bushels. That's quite a few bushels in this truck. Wow. We'll get this unloaded in the silo here in a minute. Curious to see how much money that is going to make us here. Oh, that must be an autosave. I must not have put the new autosave mod in my folder or something, because, yeah, my understanding is the new autosave was supposed to, like, give you, I thought it was a 10-second or a 10 countdown from 10. I don't know if that means it's 10 seconds or whatever it is. It's supposed to give you a countdown and warn you when the autosave happens. That way, you're kind of expecting that rather large lag spike. And again, that lag spike is usually dependent on the map and the equipment you have, too. You know, the more equipment, larger maps. Yeah, it's usually going to be a little bit worse of a lag spike. Oh, did I leave that combine parked right in the driveway? I did. Well, we'll come around the other way then. That's fine. Also, I smoothed this out a little bit more. You might notice, yep, no bouncing around there. Got that smoothed out pretty nice. I think I got this smoothed out pretty nice here as well. That could maybe be a little bit better, but again, I am no expert with the terraforming tools here in Farming Simulator 1. I mean, I can usually kind of get close to what I want and, you know, make it work, but that's about the best I can do. It's never really perfect. Yeah, I mean, let's face it, Giants doesn't really have the best. In fact, I mean, I would say they are worse than they were back in Farming Simulator 19. Farming Sim 19, I think that was the first time we were allowed to terraform the ground, right? Pretty sure it was Farming Simulator 19, and those tools, not great, probably, but hey, if they worked halfway decent, you can make stuff work with them. And then Giants, I guess, decided they can improve upon them here in 22, and improvement would be a definite stretch to the imagination there. Okay, let's see what's here. I am curious how much that is going to make us here. So, soybeans. We have 74,000 liters of soybeans, and we're going to make $330,000 off that, according to this here. So, we got to sell those in July. Wow, max price $4,004. Wow, that is a serious price hike. Like, if we sell them at the moment, we're only going to get $160,000. Sell it in July. So, basically, we got to wait a whole year. That kind of sucks. Then we'll get $330,000. Not sure why that's green for, but whatever. Oh, I think, is it green when it turns the good price? Oh, yeah, I guess that is. I mean, $2,493, max price $2,400. Interesting. Not sure exactly what that is all about. And, of course, we got all our straw here. Keep in mind, I mean, I do actually have more straw. They're just, they're loaded up on the trailer, auto-loaded up on the trailer here at the moment, as I kind of demonstrated their last episode. I don't think I can fit through that little stone gate barrier or whatever that's supposed to be there, so we're just going to go around this way, I guess. Come on, Combine, let's turn now. A little bit of a downhill there, and it does not want to turn on that, does it? I think this header on the front is maybe just a little bit heavy. Just a little bit. Whoa, come on now. Yeah, you can see the back wheels are like just floating. See if we can keep it on the road here. And also not whacking any poles either. My goodness. This is definitely a little bit of a wide head coming. And I guess if you think about it, oh, there goes the mailbox. Didn't need that anyway. And the road sign. And the other road sign. And the next road sign. I don't know what kind of road this is anyway. That doesn't have the road sign spaced out properly enough so you can get down the road. And if you think about this, I mean, this is essentially a 12-row header. Yeah, typically you don't usually go down the road with a 12-row header. Usually you trailer those. Even though this is a folding head, it's a folding. I mean, actually, thinking about that, Evan, at this point, why did they even bother making this a folding head? It's 12-row wide. Why even bother making it fold? And it's 24 total, of course, by the way. Like, why do you even bother? Just put it on a trailer and don't bother folding it. Save yourself all the work and effort of having it fold. Yeah, you're still probably going to want to put it on the trailer, even if it does fold, right? I'm not sure how much of a real head this is. I'm assuming it's a real head of one. I know they do have 24-row heads. I don't think there's very many farmers that are running 24-row heads, though. Again, usually the 12-row heads seem to be the most common. Again, that's just a nice multiple. Usually goes with your planter quite well as well. Even if you're running like a 36-row planter, a 12-row head still works pretty good with that. 12-row planter, 24-row planter. Oh, hello, stop sign. 36-row, 48-row planter. Again, the 12-row head. Nice even numbers there. As I've said before, typically farmers like to match their planter to their combine headers, or their combine headers to their planter, whichever way you want to look at it there. You want to have it some multiple thereof. If you have a 12-row planter, you're probably going to want a 12-row corn head, or a 6-row, or maybe a 4-row. Probably not an 8-row, though. Usually you don't want an 8-row with a 12-row corn head, or an 8-row corn head with a 12-row planter. Get it the right way. That works the other way, too, actually, so it doesn't really matter. Either one way or the other. Okay, let's harvest some corn. Wow. It's kind of cool. I'm just watching the 24 rows just get decimated here. Oh, look at that, our corn fodder. Speaking of corn fodder, again, by the way, I'm pretty sure there's a name for the soybean fodder. I don't think it's fodder. I don't remember what it is. Maybe you folks in the comments will have to help me out on that one. Or actually, maybe you did already. I'll have to go look at the comments here in a little bit. Ooh, I do like the harvested texture, though, Evan. That looks really good. Typically what you'd expect to see on a harvested field, by the way, of course, Evan. You see all the stalks sticking up, and then, of course, you've got all the extra corn, essentially corn fodder here in this case, I guess. The leaves and stalk all ground up, chopped up, all laying out there. Of course, come to think of it, though, I mean, I just realized something here. Yeah, we got essentially corn fodder coming out of the combine. That's usually not how that works, by the way, for those who wondered. Usually you're not running that, well, you might be running that much material in the combine, but usually the corn fodder is what's raked up off the ground. So you're going to have to come out here with a rake this stuff all up, and then you'll bale it. You're not going to bale just what's coming out of the combine, because what's coming out of the combine hopefully is not a whole lot. Maybe the, I'm trying to think of the name of it now, the husks, that's what it is. The husks on the ear, have those maybe going through the combine. A few bits and pieces of other stuff. Cob, of course. You'll have that coming out of the combine. So typically what's coming out of the combine, again, usually your cob and your husk. And then any other miscellaneous stuff that it happens to just make it in. Again, if you're not familiar with corn harvesting, the way it works with corn harvesting, actually, let's just get out here real quick a minute. For those of you maybe not familiar, I know I'm sure there's a few people watching that maybe have never seen how a combine works. It basically, when it comes to corn, with these headers, the header grabs the stalk of corn underneath here. Actually, can I raise it up and show this? Well, assume this is modeled on this header. Yeah, maybe not from this side. Yes, there you go. Now you can see those black spinning things. They are basically going to grab the corn stalk. And it looks like it's going the wrong direction here to me. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. Maybe that's just a visual thing. But typically, maybe it looks like it's going the right way for you folks, but it looks like it's going the wrong to me. But typically, have them spinning the other way, so it pulls that corn stalk down through here. These plates right here, right where my mouse is, Evan, are called stripper plates. They are designed to strip the cob of corn, which is right there, off this stalk. And then hopefully you don't get any of the leaves and stuff either. So you're simply pulling this stalk of corn down through here by the stripper plates. Then up above there you have your gathering chains. Yeah, gathering chains. The gathering chains are designed to grab that stalk of corn once it's been stripped off the stalk and bring it up into the combine. You know, got the whole auger across the front there. But that's basically how a combine works, Evan, for those you wondered. So you're not grabbing like the entire corn plant. You're grabbing just the ear, hopefully, in theory. And again, like I said, usually you always end up with a little bit of extra stuff, right? But you're hoping to grab just the ear of corn, and then the stalk and all the rest of the leaves and stuff get pulled down through and underneath the header. And then, of course, as you hopefully see on there, you got those chopping knives as well. So those chopping knives underneath there just chopping all that residue up once it gets down through past the header. And we are almost full. Okay, let's, before we bother going any further, let's go grab a trailer here. Oh, and I keep talking about it too, Evan. A grain cart would be nice as well. I'm kind of leaning towards selling the other combine, as I mentioned. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll look in the comments. I'm seeing if folks had any comments or suggestions on that. But I'm thinking get rid of the other combine. Again, we're just not large enough at this point, Evan, to need another combine, I don't think. And I don't know if we ever will be. I don't know. And if we are, I'm like, do we want to run that one, or do I just want to get another X9 1100? I mean, you know, another John Deere X9 1100 sounds pretty good to me. But yeah, if we get rid of that combine, then we can maybe look at purchasing a grain cart. We could sell some crop too, and I suppose purchase one, but we're probably just going to hold on to our crop until it's the best time to sell, which, as I kind of already alluded to, everyone, in the previous videos, it's mostly January, and from what I've seen on this map so far, we do get snow, so this might be really interesting. I don't know, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see how it goes here. Maybe we'll just want to, like, okay, not sell in January, and we'll wait till March or something. Or we'll want to sell in maybe December or November. Just play the markets a little bit and wait. See when's actually going to be the best time for us to sell based on the weather as well. Like, yeah, okay, our best price is in January, but guess what? We can't make it to the sell point in January. Okay, well, not quite full yet. Might as well keep on harvesting and wait till we actually are completely full. That's a big pile of corn fodder there. Oh, and I almost forgot, too, I need to start the baler over on our soybean field. Start baling up some soybean bales. I've got the baler over there already. Just need to get him going. I've got a course loaded up. We might do maybe a little bit of baling ourselves here just to see what it's like. To be honest, of course, it's not any different than any other baling, but I'm just kind of curious. Make a few bales ourselves there. Come on, back up. Might as well just, yeah, I guess we'll back up here. Combine doesn't back up particularly quickly, does it? For those of you wondering, by the way, surprisingly, this header actually does work halfway decently with auto drive and course play. Something always a little bit suspicious about getting a header this large. Like, oh boy, is that going to be okay with course play? And yes, and auto drive, yes it is. Tip that out all the way. Ooh, that's okay. We'll finish unloading, then I might tip it out all the way. And that'll kind of help here with this combine as well. Again, we can tip it out a little bit further. That gets us just a little bit further away, at least for auto drive and course play's sake anyway, because yeah, there's not a whole lot of room right there. I mind you, with my professional driving, everyone, usually not a problem here, but AI workers, not so much. Oh, out of curiosity, what's our yield looking like? Oh, and also we are looking pretty nice on our environmental score, 96%. Yeehaw, that is looking nice. I will take that. Okay, anyway, getting distracted. I want to see the yield. Oh, yeah, we're looking pretty good, Evan. We are looking pretty good. We got some nice greens. In fact, 45, I mean, that's, yeah, there's a little bit of yellow in there, but that's a lot of 100% and a lot of, like, 100 to 125% in there. Cool. A lot of 125% on 47 there as well. And then 90? Yep. 90 and 125. Wow, it's quite the range. It just goes from 90 to 125. Okay, whatever. I'm still looking at like field 42 here. I wonder if we go back to how much that field, 2.4 million. Yeehaw. 105%, 108%. Oh, not mean to do that. 108%. That one we got 113, 102, 106, 97. Wow, 97, really interesting. 106. It's kind of interesting that the yield potential on this one is 97% of it, because again, if you go back to our environmental map, I mean, looks like they both yielded about the same. I would have thought they both been, well, okay, I guess there's a little bit more yellow and 90% on this one, I guess. Yeah, because this just has a little narrow. Okay, I suppose that's probably why. Whoa. Okay, then. Hang on, or must be an autosave. Yep. Called it. Okay, before we keep on harvesting, I want to head down and just maybe make like 2 or 3 soybean bales ourselves here. Then we'll, no, that's not the baler. That is the baler there. There we go. And I noticed that the course by course starts over there. So I suppose we should probably start over there ourselves. Running the Fendt 1167 here on our Fendt Squadro 1290 baler here again, by the way. And again, I don't know about you folks. Am I the only one that gets a chuckle out of their name? The Squadro. Or Squadra. Squadra. Square baler. Or be Squaredra. Square bale, Squaredra? Yeah, sure. Squad. I always want to say Squadra, but Squaredra, I guess, or something. However you say it, right, everyone? And I did run the rake on this field here again. I think I already mentioned that, but we ran the rake on the field here to rake up the windrows, so they actually line up with course play here. Again, I harvested some of this field myself here, and I did have course play do some of it too. Oh, we are, okay. I'm just not lined up very well with the windrow, am I? Soybean straw. Oh, okay, they actually call it soybean straw. I thought there was another name for it, but I could be mistaken. Well, I don't see the large plume of black smoke coming out of this. Again, all the soybean baling I've ever seen done, I mean, usually you see a pretty good plume of black, well, it's not black smoke, black dust. Black dust coming off the soybeans. Even when they're harvesting them, and sometimes you'll see that as well. Got our first bale yet? Oh, almost. Yeah, looks just like a straw bale, and it's just a little bit darker, right? $444. Wow. Interesting number. 444. To keep on baling at this rate, it won't take so long to actually probably finish this field. I think we're still going to let Courseway finish it, though. So let's go nearest waypoint. Should be right where we left off at there, because we were pretty much following where Courseway started at. And I'm curious, if we go check our time-saving stock check here. Oh, hey, we do have soybean straw. Interesting texture, or picture, I should say. Oh, yeah, okay. Showing picture soybeans with a bale, I guess. 189 per bale, which actually is more than straw at the moment, anyway. Well, looks like that'll actually pay straw max price 148, max price for soybean 214. I have my doubts about that in real life. I mean, I don't know. Is there really that much of a high demand for our soybean bales in real life? Maybe there is. I don't know. Again, I think I've really only ever seen it one time where I've seen a farmer baling soybean straw. And again, the black dust and the... Now, I'd have to imagine, too, because like when it comes to soybeans, there's usually not a whole lot of material there, right? Once the soybean plant dries down, well, yeah, if you've seen a soybean field, there's not a whole lot of material there. By the time you run that through the combine and get the beans out of it, and then you go back, I presume you have to rake it, you're always going to end up with a little bit of a loss on a rake, usually. The rakes don't pick up 100% of the stuff. Have to take quite a bit, I would think, to make a bale. Oh, can you imagine in real life, Evan, if you were driving this without GPS? Oh my goodness. Even if you do have GPS, usually, Evan, well, yeah, even with GPS, Evan, a lot of times, combination of GPS, and then usually you'll have the feelers on the corn head as well. The feelers on the corn head will feel where the row is, and I'll actually use that more than the GPS to keep the combine in line. But yeah, if you're like doing a turnaround, Evan, then you got to go like count 12 rows or however many, or actually, yeah, depending on how you do it, 12 rows over. You're counting like to the center where you got to line your combine up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like I said, this header's a little crazy. Oh, that's in a little bit. Well, we could probably almost set up a GPS line here for the side of the field. Not this side, the long side there. Anyway, to the comments section here. Hetro was saying, good video. Hey, thank you very much for that. He was also saying soybean straw is like alfalfa here. You can plant it, but you can't use it for the cows. But on this map, alfalfa baled for silage sells for a good price. Hey, good to know. Maybe we'll have to do a little bit of that. Plant a field of alfalfa and just give it a try. We don't really have any cows, and at least according to Hetcher here, it doesn't sound like you can give it to the cows anyway. Well, make a little bit of extra money, maybe. Maybe, ooh, you know what? I just had an idea, but if we picked up this weird shaped field, like 49 behind us here is, I don't know what to do with that field. That field does not look like it'd be much fun to try to farm. But maybe if we made that into like a alfalfa field or something, that might be kind of fun. I don't know. You folks let me know. Do you want to see that? If so, we might just maybe look at doing that. I want to have to get a little bit more equipment. Mower. Actually, I think just a mower. Oh, and I suppose if we want to make silage, we'd have to wrap it too. But yeah, we could just stick with making the bales too. Okay, let's get some GPS going here. And I'm going to want actually 0 degree course. Auto with that. Moment on the combine here. There we go. Just a little bit of overlap here because I'm not sure how straight the edge of the field was or how straight I harvested it. Norton was saying soybean dust is awful for asthma. I can't go near it without a mask. He says, also, 18 episodes and counting, and you still have crop destruction turned on. Yes, I do. I must have really fell and hit my head. Not only am I running a Fendt tractor, but I have crop destruction and rocks turned on. Yep, I think I better, I don't know about you folks, I better just go check myself in somewhere. I don't know what this world's coming to, everyone, but can't be good. Can't be good. Oh, and we are full. Wow. Like, we started at the corner there. We only made it to where the truck is. Well, a little bit further than the truck. But then all the rest of the way, we made it all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, and then here. What a difference. Sure, whatever. I don't know if I dare turn around here or not. Yeah, I think we better just go around. Better go around to be safe. Anyway, the farming simulator... trying to figure out the rest of the name. Farming Simulator Retro Player? Retro maybe? Something like that. I was saying your videos are always great. Keep it up. Hey, thank you very much for that. Always appreciate all you folks' comments. Oh, and going back to what Norton said there as well. Yes, with the soybean straw and asthma. I've got asthma and allergies myself. So it's like, yeah, nope. I'm not going near that stuff. I typically don't go near anything that has to do with baling in the first place. It just, yeah. Between asthma and allergies, that one. Baling is not a good thing to do, probably. Just stay away from that. I'm going to move this spout out here a little bit so I didn't drive quite so close. There we go. Brian was saying the reason you're getting low frame rates is because of the 3 million liters of straw bales in your fields. Get rid of them, and I'll bet it will shoot up. That is actually a good point. Yeah, that probably actually does have a little bit to do with it. Also, I didn't realize that one, but the graphics card driver update happened as well. I think that probably had something to do with it, in addition to maybe like Brian was saying, all the bales. Yeah, typically whenever you get a big graphics card driver update, then Farming Simulator has to like recalculate everything, and then it'll be like laggy for the next hour or two or whatever it takes. And then usually, you know, once you get in a little bit, then it's fine again. And if you notice on this episode, yeah, we're not running 60, but it's perfectly smooth and playable. I mean, could it be higher? Sure. Does it need to be? Not really. But let's face it, it's Farming Simulator. I've always said, as long as you're getting at least 15 frames, this game is playable. 30 is better, in my opinion, at least for my eyes anyway. But anything less than 30, and then sometimes it gets to be a little bit noticeable, especially if it's jumping around. That's probably going to be more noticeable than anything. Like, if it's a solid 15 and stays at 15, you're probably, well, you probably will still notice at 15, but, yeah, maybe like, let's say 25 or 20. As long as it stays at like a steady 25, you'll probably never notice. It's when it jumped from like 30 down to 15, up to 45, down to 19, up to 22, down to 13, up to 55. That's when you're going to start noticing the frame rates, right? Nathan was saying the map is actually upside down. That would explain it. I don't remember who, but someone was saying here last episode that the Mississippi River is on the wrong side. It's supposed to be on this side, apparently, but yeah, according to Nathan, the map is upside down. So that makes sense. That's kind of what I was wondering. Sean was saying, once again, it'd be better if you join the two fields together so you can have two ways in, or just cut through the other field so you aren't destroying crops. That would take, and the only reason I haven't done that, again, there's a river that runs between here. We'd have to get rid of the trees. And we would also have to do some serious terraforming. And as I said, I'm not the greatest at the whole terraforming things, so definitely a good idea. Just, I don't know if I want to do the work to do that or not. Ooh, look at that. We can see our bales out in the field. Cool. And it looks more like round bales than square bales. Cool. Well, but I just glanced over at the time here, and unfortunately, it is time to wrap it up here for this episode already. Woohoo. Well, if you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching. Until next time.